What's up, beef sector? I hope everyone is doing well. I told y'all I'll be back this evening, which I am. And it's been pretty dead besides the William Carruthers situation in the beef sector. But I saw something very interesting this evening. And I thought it was so interesting. I'm going to talk about it. So in the title, you all see Bree, Wolverine, and DC Gate. Um, just in case you all don't know who Wolverine is, let me give you all some beef sector history. Wolverine was a subby slash content creator, and he would come on and talk, and he would be in everybody's chat. He was kind of a troll like character, and I never forget that he made it rain on me. It was him and Manny. And a lot of people used to come over to Jay Wilson, baby. Now they may not come over no more, and they may have a little hate in their spirit, but they came over, and I never forget that rain period. Ask April was on. It was a lot of YouTubers who were on who are not on today, and it's really interesting of why he stopped messing with Brianna. I thought it was very petty, and I didn't know that Wolverine and Brianna was close. But Wolverine said that he was over there at 5, and Brianna got in her spirit. She got a little jealous in her spirit, and then she got a little vindictive in her spirit, and actually put a unflattering picture out on Wolverine. I guess he was on camera, so they didn't speak a lot. But it was good that they reconciled that situation and they moved on, which I'm really happy that they did. I happened to watch it. Like I said, there wasn't nothing going on, so I was watching the streets, and I thought that was very interesting. Other reconciliation. So, yeah. So I thought that was very interesting. Um, but I was saying something this morning that really ties into what Bree and Wolverine were talking about today. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me turn this TV off. I'll be right back. Let me turn this TV off, y'all, because the TV is on and I don't want to get copyright struck because the TV was on. Give me a minute. Give me a quick minute. All right. So I've gotten the TV off now. So let me go on. So this morning, you all, I was talking about how people can see ahead and people can see things and other people may not see things, and everybody is not trying to control or run your life, but people really trying to see some things. So DC Gate happened, and I don't think DC Gate is going to die, because at the end of the day, this whole deal dealt around DC Gate and Rico having receipts and stuff. And let me say one thing: with some of these content creators, Rico has really just brought receipts, and we'll discuss that. We're gonna discuss that, but we're gonna discuss that. But let me go here. It was a content creator. His name is Chocolate Bay, and Chocolate Bay was my moderator. He was also one of the founding uh, hosts, co-hosts on the Gentleman Panel. Chocolate Bay actually came to the Labor Day situation that came on, and we were cool. Um, Chocolate Bay just did a video not too long ago disputing me, telling me there are no friends on YouTube, which I really didn't respond to. But everybody has a right to say what they want to say. And at this time, too, I think Tracy was really cool with Rico. They hadn't fallen out yet, but they were really cool. And so I never forget. Now, let me say this. I knew Chocolate Bay was going to DC. I knew he was going to DC. And I told him, do not hang around those people. Not because, and y'all, it was so interesting. The beef sector back in the day, oh my God, it was just a hot mess. So the word on the street for them was, and their slant was, Jay Wilson don't want his moderator on here because it's gonna make him look bad. So that's why, and he was concerned about what Jay Wilson was gonna think and all of that, all of this stuff, and yada yada yada. Right? So, yeah, dark chocolate. So, um, but before Chocolate Bay went, I'm like, man, don't go. I said, those people are not good. And all they're going to do is use you. And they'll put my name in it. But I was not concerned for me because I wasn't the one going to DC. I can't be embarrassed for a grown person's action because I don't control you. I was telling him not to go to DC because I knew, honey, I knew them folk work. And now, hindsight 2020, Rico, and like I said, this was his past. I don't know how his future looked. I don't know the work that he's done in therapy. But Rico always, and this is the sad part, people always act like Rico was the low hanging fruit, but they were always trying to holler at Rico. And I just thought it was not a good idea. Also, Rico liked Wiley, and Wiley was not reciprocal in how he felt about Rico. So it was a perfect storm. It was a perfect recipe for some mess. And I said, Deshaun, you really don't, you need to think about that, man, before you go. Oh no, bro, Jay, it's gonna be okay, and I know what I'm doing and all that. I'm like, okay, okay. Then he was dodging and ducking and hiding and not getting on camera and y'all, this is the thing. Child VS and Wiley, and we know some things now that we didn't know then. See, we know that Wiley and VS, they was running game, baby, and VS was not gonna have Wiley to sleep in that room with her at all. Okay, Wiley was truly homeless up in DC. Had Rico really said, no, you're not staying at my place. That's what we know now. But then, hey, S. Hutchinson. So Chocolate Bay was dodging and hiding and ducking and all of this stuff. And a lot of this stuff I did not know. Okay, I knew he was in DC. I knew he was in DC. But I said, please, man, I said, do not hang with them folk. It's not going to end well. I told him that. And again, y'all, and then people let me say this. You tell people the right thing because you can see it. But then they get mad at you and then you become the enemy. But you told them, be careful. Child, Wiley and VS twisted that story around talking about some Jay Wilson mad because his usher is in DC, his moderator, and all of this stuff. Child, Wolverine, honey, Wolverine and Brianna had a come to Jesus moment. Baby, they done reconciled their differences and they relived DC Gate. But this is the thing. They use that talking about Jay Wilson is upset. Now, I wasn't upset at all. I knew that they were getting ready to line Deshaun up or Chocolate Bay up. And that's exactly what they did. I don't think Rico wanted to line Chocolate Bay up. I think he wanted to leave it alone. But because of threats or perceived threats, Rico wasn't trying to hear it no more. I think Rico was already mad because he really liked Wiley. Wiley did not see it for him. Wiley was feeling Chocolate Bay. And then when Chocolate Bay acted crazy. And I don't even think Wiley liked Chocolate Bay, to be honest. I think Wiley was again using that man to get a story. Because at the end of the day, he went right back with Rico to make Chocolate Bay look like a whole fool. Now, prior to going to DC, I said you shouldn't go. I don't think it's going to be a good look. And I know these people's works, and I don't think it's, baby. I wasn't going, so it was no embarrassment for me. Okay, baby. When I tell you that the shit hit the fan, when Rico made that chicken and rice in a bag, honey, Rico I ain't never seen nobody with a hot plate with two eyes make chicken and rice like that. Ooh, he was doing his best to cook. Baby, Rico was acting like Moonlight, honey, when the man saw Black come back in that restaurant and he started cooking that food. Honey, it was like that. Rico was like that. Except the story didn't end that way. Wiley wound up going out with Chocolate Bay, and it pissed Rico the hell off. When I tell you Rico told it, he told about sucking and busting in rooms and all of this stuff. And then the situation, because Deshaun was up there saying, no, my friend is not like this and he won't deal with low hanging fruit. Child, Rico showed them receipts of that man hunching in Deshaun house. Ooh, you can't tell people. You can't tell people. And again, people want folk to shut up about it, but baby, had folk just took the advice and not went, we wouldn't have had this story in the first place. It's a lot of content creators been meeting people, honey, in secret, like Jesus met Nicodemus by night, honey. It's a lot of meeting by nights. It's a lot of people, content creators done hooked up with. Child, I'm telling you, I'm gonna leave it right alone. I'm gonna keep on going because there's some stuff we know that we ain't sharing. We ain't sharing. We ain't sharing. We ain't sharing. And baby, it's some stuff that we ain't sharing. I'm gonna leave it right like that. So then all of this stuff comes out, and everybody hates Rico until they want to suck a penis or eat some booty. It seems like everybody want to eat Rico booty. Child, everybody want to eat them groceries. For what reason? I don't know. But that's what they want to do. And a lot of people have been caught DMing and all of this stuff with Rico. And again, that's what people say. And they'll talk about this, and this, but then they got caught up in the moment. I hate to say it, but everybody Rico done dealt with, child, and this is what I'm saying to y'all. I don't know why y'all be dealing with folk on the internet. I mean, on YouTube and stuff like that. Y'all be talking about folk on YouTube and meeting with these people. Let me tell you something. Like I said, I don't care how good you look. I ain't meeting with nobody from YouTube. Period. Not because now I got somebody, but even when I was single, child, that was not an option. Because you learn quick, honey. I learned about Mad Day before we even named it Mad Day. Because I have been looking at how these people move, how they operate. Baby, people be doing the most. On Mad Day, they tell it. And then this is the thing. And like I said, you got to be careful because, honey, when you break glass, it is jagged edges. And when you crush somebody, you are vulnerable in getting cut. People done helped Rico and wound up doing other things. How many people have helped Rico with they want to tell us now, oh Jesus, I'm getting ready to say something now. They want to tell us that they helping Rico, but then there's ulterior motives behind it. It ain't helping, but that help include eating groceries, sucking things and getting punched and punching and all of that. And I'm just being real. How many times people have helped Rico out of situations, but that was not their real true motive? hmm I'm telling you. So I'm looking at all of this stuff. I'm looking at baby. I'm telling it today because again, it's coming back up because it ties right back into what I was saying. Sometimes people can see what's getting ready to happen and folk don't see it. Folk don't see it. And then when it happens, it's like, damn, I should have listened because it made homeboy's friend look like a whole slut hunching in that man's house while he gone. Hunching in that man's house while he gone. But then the man up here caping for this man, okay, like he done co-signed for this man, and the man, ooh, it was a hot mess. And then people had to come back and retract their stories because we found out that there was some hanky panky going on. This would have never happened if somebody would have just listened. And y'all, I don't know everything. Can I say this? I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. But what I do know, I do know. And when I see a good lineup, I see a good lineup. This was never about me being embarrassed because hell, I wasn't the one going to DC. But baby, Wiley got back on Rico's team. And Wiley said, Rico, show those receipts. Baby, it was a setup. And the whole setup was to make Chocolate Bay look crazy as hell. Number one, Chocolate Bay is a college graduate. Number two, Chocolate Bay has a degree or three. Chocolate Bay had or has a white collar job. And people did not like that. And it came up. And when you called that boy low hanging fruit, you hurt that man feeling. And that man said, why you calling me low hanging fruit, but you're sucking things and you're eating things and you doing all manners of things. And your friend didn't think I was low hanging fruit when we was hunching in your house. Child. And again, this would have never happened if people would have just considered what I was saying. I ain't had nothing to be ashamed of because I wasn't in DC in the first place. And that's the narrative they ran with. Oh, Jay Wilson, he shamed and he more concerned about what Jay Wilson think and so on and so forth. Child, I wasn't. Jay Wilson, someone said Brianna was throwing shade at you. Hershey, I heard the whole interview. I didn't hear shade thrown at me. She said I would think that Jay Wilson would be a boring person, and I heard Wolverine say no, he was fun, he was a nice person. See, this is why you can't listen to Hershey. See, Hershey, you a lie and the truth ain't in you. See, Hershey, this is why people don't respect you. I heard the whole interview. I just finished watching it, Hershey. So why you sitting over here lying? Why are you sitting over here lying, Hershey? Someone also said Brianna asked who Marine about your no, you lying, Hershey. I watched the whole thing. Did you watch it? Hershey, stop lying. See, this is why I went and watched the whole thing, Hershey. Why you lying? Why you start mess? Brianna, let me say this. Brianna didn't say anything that was messy. The whole focus was really on DC Gate. She invited Wolverine to go to Jamaica. Wolverine said what he said. And Brianna went right on, and there was no shade. So why are you sitting over here lying? Now you lying, and I'm telling you, I'm calling you a liar right now. because I watched the whole thing. Okay, I'm just saying. I watched the whole thing. No, absolutely not. Wolverine did not say anything derogatory. And my thing is, I respect Wolverine for patching up that situation with Brianna. I think that's big that these people can come. He even gave Brianna a compliment about losing weight. Why are you sitting over here lying? Florida fighter, Rico has a lot of hurt. No, Hershey, you are. So you telling me what I saw was what I saw. Okay, go. Okay, Hershey, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done, Hershey. I can't even with you. So why is that important? I heard what he said. It was a lot of money he gave. And your point is, and he said with that money I spent, I should have met Jay Wilson, and he did. And the point is, Hershey, I'm just trying to get what you're trying to say. Yes, you are. Hershey, yes, you are. Well, you are stirring up mess, Hershey. And you know what? I'm seeing you for who you are. I watched the video. I watched the video. So you gonna tell me what I'm saying? Wolverine did not shade me. Brianna asked a question. She felt like what it would be like to meet me because I don't drink and stuff. So why you lying? So let's move on, Hershey. Let's move on because I think you really, really stir up crap, and I really am finding it hard to really take you seriously or believe anything you say because that's what he said. I mean, I know. So what's the issue? Okay, but again, what's the big issue? Okay, so look, Hershey. Let's move on. Let's move on, Hershey. What's the big issue? I mean, I'm just telling you, I watched the video. I just finished watching the video, Hershey. I just finished watching the video. Now, are you trying to get me to fight with Brianna? Are you trying to get me to say something negative about Brianna? Brianna asked a shady question, which is indicative. We all ask shady questions. Wolverine answered, and they kept on moving. They kept right on moving. I looked at the whole thing until she had to go because of Lady Nika's event. So why you trying to put 5 on 20? It don't make no sense. No, Hershey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't agree with you on that, Hershey. And I think you need to do a little bit better because it seems like you a shit starter and you try to start mess. And that's how it looks. And Wolverine didn't say anything negative. Wolverine kept it very positive, and they thought you should be more happy that they reconciled and they were honest why they separated and why they separated and he didn't come over to her platform no more. That's the real focus right there. So anyway, let me move on because I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on here. Um, but everybody knew that. Everybody knew that, Hershey. That's nothing new. That's nothing new in the beef sector. We all knew this. It ain't nothing new. It is nothing new. Let me move on, Hershey. I'm gonna move right on. I'm gonna move right on because I see what you're trying to do. I'm gonna move on. So you all, as I was saying before, I was interrupted. I'm a little disappointed in Hershey because Hershey, you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but Hershey, I sat there and watched the whole video, and there was nothing to me that was like alarming or something that I should be going after somebody about. The focus is that they had a conversation. My name was brought up because Wolverine brought the name up. He brought my name up when they were talking about this stuff. Bree didn't even bring my name up. Wolverine brought it up. No, you're actually trying to stir up mess, and I'm seeing it. And the sad part about it is, I saw the video, And you may not think you stirred up, but you really need to take a reflection because you are. Wolverine brought up that money in that situation with Jay Wilson. He was the one who mentioned my name first. Bree didn't even mention my name until Wolverine had said something. And I'm gonna give Wolverine and Bree their props. It was a pretty decent interview, and I'm glad they made up. Now you think it was shady. I know shady. And it didn't warrant me to throw back on shade. But the biggest thing, I'm glad that they were grown to say, this is why I stopped coming over here because you did this. And Bree said, I was shady. I sure did do that. And Bree said, I was mad because you was at Five Babe channel. And they had that conversation. If anything, you need to be going to Five Babe and telling her that Bree wasn't appreciative of Wolverine going to her channel. And she was a little jealous and mad. That's what you should have said, but you didn't. Bree didn't say anything crazy to me. Moving right along, Hershey. Let me move on. Cause you do a lot, Hershey. Yeah. Moving right along. Moving right along, Hershey. So you all, the bottom line is though, uh I wish that that content creator would have done something differently. I wish he wouldn't have even interacted with those two or those three content creators because it made him look like a liar. It made him look like he really didn't know his friends. And then the people like, is that really your friend? Or is that a hookup for you too? I mean, then it looked like a whole sexcapade because you got a situation where Rico allegedly is busting in, and then Rico have receipts. I mean, it was crazy, and this would have been avoided. And all of this because somebody was jealous of somebody, and somebody called people low hanging fruit. You dealing with somebody who has been used and abused all of their life, and then you're trying to act like that he is nothing but he is good enough to sleep with. Child, I'm done. And I and you can't. And this is when I learned you can't tell folk nothing because they're gonna do exactly what they want to do. But when the consequence hit, then they don't want to hear about it, or um, there are no friends on YouTube. 1099s. And see, my thing is, if we were friends, you would have at least considered that advice and say, you know what? Dude might be right. Dude might be looking out for my best interest. And then let me tell you where it goes from there. Then we have Labor Day. Labor Day went very well. Labor Day, I had security here, but even Labor Day, because of that DC gate, people wanted to bring that DC gate to Labor Day. And I'm like, hell no. Oh, hallelujah, no. Now, if somebody had sex, they had it at their hotel. And they grown and I don't know nothing about it. But people tried to say people was having sex in my house. Child, hell no. We don't play that. I had a whole security guard who walked this house, and that did not happen. But because of prior situations, and didn't even judge the person. Thank you so much, Simply Pink and Green. Child, I went hold on, y'all. I went over to Dovis. And honey, one song was getting to Dovey so much that Dovey started hollering and saying, I said, ooh, let me go back in the clouds. It seemed like you having a moment. The good doctor was fine in those pics. LOL Deshaun thought his buddy would never hook up with the likes of Rico. I gagged when Rico showed the receipts. Shaka LaBelle, that's what it was. And Rico said that's his type. He said he liked that. Rico said, I don't have no car. That man said, I got one. I mean, it was just, but look, y'all, look. Mm, see, and again, the only reason why I tell people, hey, be about your platform. Don't let people get you off of your assignment because we've seen so many people to get knocked off their assignment. And again, with the Rico situation, Rico is looking for love, but Rico is tired of being disappointed because it seems like everybody who get with Rico wants something from Rico and it's not genuine and it's not sincere. Rico really want to love somebody. Rico really want to love somebody. I truly believe that. But every situation, every turn, people have act like they were helping him, and at the end of the day, it was for alternative motives. And then Rico wound up exposing them because they pretty much said that he low hanging fruit, and that's some sad stuff. But it goes both ways. This is why a lot of people don't want to help Rico because if you do, you don't want it to be because there are some people who really would help without any ulterior motive, without anything except we want you to succeed. But it's always you got to be careful because you just don't know what people will say. And we done seen too many people in this beef sector and they come in and Rico has had a lot of episodes with a lot of content creators. My God. Me and Rico got into it because he was windmilling for his boo, and boo was just using him. And y'all, it was so sad when he was crying. He made that chicken and rice, put that chicken and rice in a bag, honey. And when I tell you he cried that night, and I'm like, Rico, don't let that man in your house, your Airbnb. He just using you. And ooh, Rico cried like a baby that night. And I felt sorry for Rico. But you can't, because as soon as that person gave him a smidgen of attention, it was back attacking to the people who just helped him. And I realized with him, you can't help him either. And so that's the whole deal with that, y'all. And that's real beef, YouTube beef history right there, beef sector history right there. And a lot of people don't want to bring it back. I don't believe we bringing that out, but I think it is really pertinent to what we are dealing with today. Y'all, I said, Jay Dunn, please leave them women alone. Folk don't want to hear. And the next thing, and let me say this, y'all. It's one thing to be embarrassed by something, but it's another thing to be dealing with criminal activities. And then with the Deshaun thing, Bree kept on pushing him about that email. And it seemed like somebody was saying, hey, I know what you did last summer. And it really infuriated Rico. And the next thing you know, bam, I'm going to put you out. Oh, you going to expose me? Watch, I'm going to expose you. And this is exactly what he got to. This would have never. Let me say this, y'all. I'm not going to say no names, but honey, it's a lot of content creators that done hurched and done did a whole lot of stuff. It's a lot of people out there acting one way, but it's another way. Honey, these content creators talk and these are gear men, and honey, they talk. And baby, it was a lot of things going on in the DMV. Okay, a lot of things going down in the DMV. Child. Mm-mm-mm. A lot of things. Oh, Lord. Christmas tree challenges coming up. Y'all, I appreciate y'all for those offerings. Oh my God, y'all made my day today. I really, and even after we had finished, y'all still gave. If you want to give, please continue to give. I appreciate you all. I'm asking. Um, we're looking for coins for our judges. So if you want to give, please give, um, because we need it. We want to give some things to our judges. I'm asking, not begging, I'm asking. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. But if you can, I appreciate it. Thank you all for this morning. It was a complete blessing. Baby, I shouted real good. So I appreciate you all so much. Low hanging fruit means that they think that Rico is beneath them, but, and like they would never sleep with Rico, but yet their actions speak differently. And Rico had them receipts. Yeah, Ryan O'Neal did die at 82. Chocolate Bell, girl. I ain't gonna even touch that, honey. Chocolate Bell ain't gonna touch that. Oh, no. No, sir. Baby, that thing was deep. And let me say this. See, yeah, yeah. Rico was in a situation where I felt that he could have been stranded. He was all out in rural Virginia tricking. Okay, in rural Virginia in a truck, honey. And the man in the truck had to sneak to get up, honey, to even get a bath. And so that content creator went all down to the country to get him. That's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. And I'm gonna leave it right there. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. Now I know that Rico said that I met him at a park, child. I know, mm-mm. And again, I don't know what that's about, but everybody don't want you, and I ain't even call you low hanging fruit. It's just that it ain't true. Um, y'all, I was dating a school teacher in Detroit, and so I had no need or no desire or anything to be going to somebody's park. I couldn't even tell you how that park looked. Never been. Now I've been to the Woodward because that was a club. Okay, so I've been there, but that's it. And so I'm like, what? But again, hey, people be running with them stories, and it is what it is. Yeah, but look, you look, baby, it's some deep stuff out there. It's some deep stuff out there, and I'm telling y'all, Mm, it's really interesting, and I really one thing I would say about Rico is Rico actually worked. Rico was working. Rico was a hard worker. One thing I would say that Rico really worked. I know I didn't see him admit that, so I know y'all saying that, but I didn't see it myself. I didn't see him admit that, so I'm not putting that out there. But honey, that was a real strong focus. It was contentious. It was very contentious because honey Rico said he ain't had no reason to lie about that. Hmm. So I don't know, when did he admit this? Child, when did he admit this, baby? I find that hard to believe. Hershey, I'm not going there with you. I'm not going there with you tonight. I'm not going with you. But y'all look, so I saw this today in Brianna's chat, and Brianna actually played the video with DC Gate. Wait a minute, they have a clip of ODS saying it and on Lipstick Alley. It was a few weeks ago. I heard I ain't hear that either. I was asking. Baby, Chocolate Bell said they have a clip of ODS saying that, child. I don't know what ZT is, and I'm not his daddy, so I'm just saying. Notice when people disappear, my commentary about them disappear too. Um, y'all, I don't know if that man admitted that or not. Y'all know y'all be making stuff up, but I ain't going there. I ain't hear nothing. I ain't hear nothing, so I ain't adding nothing. I ain't taking nothing away. Okay, I ain't adding nothing and I ain't taking nothing away, Lord. All I know is that Rico said what he said, ODS said what he said, and again, all of this stems back from that DC gate, and the only reason why I'm bringing up DC gate too, because it really, really ties in to really trying to let people know that hey, you need to watch it. I'm not telling y'all. Look, I'm not telling you this because I'm trying to control you. I'm not telling you this because you owe me something. No, I'm not trying to do this. I am telling you this because I see what's going on. And I see these plays. I heard him around the time of the charcuterie competition. Was he on the same stroll that lovely? Ooh, Jesus. Y'all stop being messy. Ooh, y'all being messy. Now, like I said, I didn't hear that from ODS. And so I'm not saying that ODS said that. ODS, he can say it in his own words. ODS is always welcome to click this link. And ODS has his own platform as well. So I'm sure that ODS will discuss what he needs to. All I'm saying is that Rico has had a lot of dealings with people who always helping him, but it winds up being that they was helping themselves as well. So their contribution wasn't genuine. It was with us. They it seemed like with them people had ulterior motives and they wanted something, and it was not. We ain't doing this for free. It was a Natasha element. It was a what is it? Quid pro quo. You do this and I'll do this. It was a quid pro quo. It was a quid pro quo. You do this for me, I do this for you. Okay. So y'all need to be careful out here. What y'all saying? Dr. Brown, I reached out to her about a week ago. And I was worried. Well, I didn't read Rico's community wall. Like I said, y'all, I really don't have a problem with Rico, to be honest. I just think that Rico had this obsession or whatever you want to call it with Wiley. And Wiley was not reciprocating that. And I think Wiley disrespected Rico so badly. I mean, y'all I know we talk about that chicken in a bag, but when I tell y'all Rico really made that for Wiley and he put time in that thinking about Wiley, and Wiley just left that boy for Deshaun, that did something to Rico. It really did. And Rico was like, how I got this big old thing, but you ain't interested. But yeah, here this man who is a little chunky or a little, he got a little bit more weight on him than me, and you spending time with him, and I don't get this, and it's done pissed me off. So first of all, honey, this thing was brewing. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. And then when LaShawn, I mean, Lord, I said LaShawn, when Chocolate Bay Jesus said that man was low hanging fruit, it was over with. It was over with. It was definitely over with. So yeah, child, these gates ain't no joke. Hershey, I don't see it because I don't watch it. And God bless people Y'all, I don't have. Let me say this: I don't have time to fight people who don't have nothing against, or we ain't never had no issue. And it seems like whenever folk get with certain people, that kind of stuff happens. And again, it only takes a matter of time for mess to happen. Y'all, I'm serious. It only takes a matter of time. It only takes a matter of time. And again, I don't go there, Hershey, because again, that's you start mess. That's you start mess. We both have each other's numbers. And if there's something that needs to be said, we don't need no third party mediator. We know exactly how to get in touch with each other. You see how that word Hershey? So again, um, I don't really pay attention. I'm not shooting shots and going after people who I really don't have nothing against. But you gotta realize that there are motives behind things and there are reasons behind things. And that's all I'll say about that. And I know who I am. So whatever people want to show, let them show. It don't bother me none. I mean, I'm being real with that. I wish everybody the best. I don't have no issue with people. I know y'all want me to have it. And again, I know when people want folk to go fight. Y'all like that. It ain't nothing but the Hunger Games over here. And baby, I know Dr. Snow and Dr. Gall. Come on now. I know how Snow and Gall look. I ain't dumb. I know this beef sector. I know it well. Yeah, child. Hershey is a whole bone carrier. Y'all know she was over here trying to get me to fight Brianna. Lying on Brianna. Talking about somebody told. Who is somebody? Could you please name that somebody? Could you please identify that somebody? Wow. I didn't know that. See, I don't even pay attention to that anymore. I don't even know what these people are doing from day to day. I may see them in a chat, but I don't speak. I just keep going. And I mean that's real. I don't even see these people no more, baby. Okay, Catherine Powell, who talking about what? Let me say this. I told somebody you need to watch people for the show. And child, I'm telling you, and you just move on. You just move on. But y'all ain't even know these people beefing, girl. Shelly, I ain't even know they beefing. See, I'm so out of it. And again, I don't have time because I really got other things to do. Queen 88 is home, Pastor. Okay, praise Moses, honey. And again, y'all, this Queen 88 lady, I don't know her, but I'm glad she home. Okay, I'm glad she home. What's up, young MIA? Let me say this. I don't have a problem with anybody on the gentleman's panel. I talked to one, two. I just talked to two of the gentlemen on the panel to see how they were doing. I don't have a problem with anybody on the gentleman's panel. I was fair. I gave people a right to voice their opinions and speak. When we brought another member back in, I gave them the opportunity to voice their concerns. I didn't bring that other person in until everybody agreed on it. I didn't do anything. We were fair and square. Nobody can ever say I wasn't fair. Nobody ever say I was nasty because I wasn't. I wasn't. Yeah. I didn't tell people how they should do their show. I didn't tell people, XYZ. I mean, it was what it was. And so I don't have bad memories. I don't have nasty thoughts towards people. Um, and it is what it is. You know?
What's going on, Shelly? What's going on, Catherine Powell? What's going on? Don't leave me out. Tell me what's happening. What am I missing, Shelly? What am I missing? Is some going on? What am I missing? Am I missing something? Yeah, but look, y'all, people get mad and I can't even say people put batteries in folk bags. You know, people feel like, okay, I'm a part of this group now, and it is what it is. And you know, people gotta do what they gotta do. I don't need to show nothing. I don't need to show my animal. It's that's foolish. I'm 50 some odd years old. Um, you know, I don't get it, and I'm not trying to get it. It ain't my fight, and that's all I can say about it. All I can say about it. What is that, Catherine Powell? Is that a sector or what is that? Is that a sector? Okay, I don't even know what that is, Catherine. See, I don't even be checking on that. And folks swear you be watching them. Child, I couldn't tell you. Now I did, like I said, the only reason why I knew that Wolverine was on Brianna's channel, because somebody had hit me up. Oh, okay, and told me. Okay, okay, all right. So they had told me, so that's it. So why is he fighting with that man? Why is he fighting with that man over there? I mean, again, why anyway, why is he fighting? Well, let me say this, y'all. Wolverine was I guess he was a subscriber to Brianna. They had a falling out and they got it back together again. I ain't mad at that. I'm all for the reconciliation. I'm all for the reconciliation. And again, Brianna did not. Well, people felt that she shaved. I don't think. I thought it was a. I thought it was interesting. I think they were focusing on the DC Gate situation, and I came up, but it was nothing major. It was nothing to lose sleep over. I do not know. I did not see Stump Down today, y'all. I did not see Stump Down. I will say this, you all. I will say this. It's so interesting with the gentleman's panel. Folks swear that folk was intimidated and scared, but no, 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 absolutely not. Um, I felt that the gentleman's panel was going another direction because people were trying to use the gentleman's panel as a jump off, and and like I said, things happen for a reason, but sometimes God revokes stuff, so it doesn't happen. And what really bothered me is when they wanted to have a panel where everybody was on the gentleman's panel, meaning we would have to split this money and all. I'm like, no, let everybody continue to go on their platform. I don't think it's right. Look, this is what I'm saying. If I was intimidated, let me tell you what. If I was a person who was selfish, a scammer, or a weasel, and intimidated, let me tell you what I would do. I would say, yeah. So since I'm the creator, and since I started the gentleman's panel, I'm going to get XYZ%. And no matter what channel we come on, if we get $1,000 that month, then I'm going to take 500 and y'all gonna split the rest between yourselves. Because I could have easily done that. Nope. It was like, hey, whatever you do on your show, you do on your show. If you rake that money in, is you. So again, if Conscious TV or Spill It Boy TV had it on their channel, then that's their money. And so and again, every Thursday I got tired of it. And I think it was some sabotage in there as well. But again, I don't blame folk. That's my feelings. I don't think it's from Rebel. I think Rebel wanted to go. Rebel had already told me that, he wanted to go. He wanted to do some other things. Also, too, he was on the show. I get it. So, I mean, no problem. Um, yeah. And so then with that Larry Reed thing, baby, that took a whole nother turn. Hold on, y'all. So, y'all, it took a whole nother turn. Um, my thing is, I believe in disclosure. So it's almost like the Disney thing to me. ABC always say that Disney is our parent company, letting folk know that, hey. So my thing is just have disclosure, right? Baby, people got mad. People thought that I was on somebody's side, and it was almost like you couldn't talk about anything else. And if you said something that wasn't in compliance with what they felt, then it was this. And I'm like, no, I'm not backing down. This is how I feel. And I made both people angry, to be honest. And so it was what it was. And so I guess because one of the content creators liked another content creator, I guess they got together and they did their thing. And this is what the real deal is, you all. Now, this is how I feel about it. And I think it's funny. I think people thought I was supposed to be upset and pissed off and try to get another gentleman's panel together and all of this stuff. And I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, I'm tired too. So let's call it quits. And y'all, I never forget. I never forget. I told Conscious TV in a text, I believe, hey man, thank you for what you did for the show. And I appreciate your service to the show. He said, appreciate your service. He said, I don't work for you. I'm like, oh, he got baby. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, thank you for what you've done. And that's how you took that. Child, I knew it was up. And again, didn't do anything to that man. They were the ones who quit the show. The only person who did not quit the show was King Payne. King Payne wanted to continue. I said, I can't. And then, of course, they started their own gentleman's panel. And I didn't have any issue with that. Start your own gentleman's panel. Didn't have an issue with it at all. But y'all, again, people try to say, "Oh, you intimidated," and just no, no. Mm-mm. I was tired. It was time to go. It was time to end it. And I give Rebel credit because Rebel said, "I want to go." Now I will give Rebel this. Rebel said, "I will do this for you for this time being, but I got other things that I want to do." And he felt that it was getting a little messy, and I could understand it. And Rebel hung on um, until it was time to leave. And Rebel was the only one who really told me that, hey, I need to do something new. The other two people, baby, they just went and I got a text saying, I'm not a part of this anymore. And I'm like, okay. And then when I said, thank you for your service, and oh, they got pissed off. Why do you get pissed off? Because that was not the intent. The intent was to thank you for being on the show and being a part of the show. Hershey, I don't know because I don't have no business. See, that's the whole thing. I don't have no business. All I can say is the gentleman's panel was good. I appreciate what people contributed to the gentleman's panel. Um, but it was time to go. I was surprised that it lasted that long. And all good things come to an end. And it was time for it to come to an end for me. And if people wanted to continue, and this is the thing, you all, if they wanted to continue and if they had all the right answers, then the gentleman panels would still be on. and we'll still have a gentleman's panel. You see what I'm saying? Um, but it's all good. You know, people do what they do, and yeah. And I ain't mad at nobody. I'm just glad everybody. I'm glad we had this chance to do it and do a good job. What's up, View? Ain't no hate, ain't no nothing. But baby, you think I stole somebody's lunch? How these folk was acting? I'm like, oh my. Smart show, it does. It does, smart show. And y'all, it was every Thursday. It was every Thursday, every Thursday, every Thursday. And it was coming up with new show ideals and all of that stuff. And it got a little trying. It was. But again, those guys took it in stride. We talked about the ideals, who we could bring on and stuff. Yeah. But I mean, that's what I got to say about it. And, you know, people's viewpoints may be a little different, but y'all know I'm about my coin. And I'm like, we getting ready to mess up a coin because, again, if somebody felt slight, and this is the thing, you all, you got paid according to the audience that you brought in. So if your audience wasn't big, that was your issue. We would try to help push the show. We would always let people know who would be the next person to host the gentleman's panel, but it was really your job to advertise. We already knew every Thursday what was going to be coming on. And maybe, you know, but I didn't think it was right for people making good money to have to split it four ways with folk who may not have that audience. My thing is you're doing great because these people are coming to your platform, and people that you may not have, they may like your platform and come over. But that's how I felt. So everybody is different, baby. Let me see who's here. Oh, this is a View. Let me put my thing. Hey, View, I'm bringing you on.
How you
What's
doing?
up, View?
I'm good, Wilson. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, baby. I'm listening to um I was listening to Wolverine and Brianna, which is DC Gate. I was telling
Yeah.
people, you know, sometimes I think people think that a lot of these creators are trying to control them and tell them where they can and cannot go. And I don't think that's the case. I think a lot of people see ahead and they see when people lining folk up, and they just don't want folk to go through that because maybe they've gone through it and they don't want you to go through it. And so that, and then we were talking about the gentleman's panel and how it was good. I didn't have a problem with any of the guys, but you know, it ended up a little bit. Somebody said for me, it's QB was one of the most interesting, intelligent. Okay, come on now, stump down. Will you ever have a conversation? Let me tell you something, y'all. I'm not going to tell you all, but me and QB don't have an issue. We've said some things, but we don't really have an issue. And QB checks up on me every once in a while. So we don't really have any issue. Yeah, we don't I don't really have any issue with any of these people. So yeah. What's up, View? What's your thoughts?
Okay. Well. Hey, Miss Catherine, and hey, Dr. Lashandra. Wilson. I bit my tongue, so I'm sounding like I can't say I'm suffering succotash. Okay. I'm not
Okay, I
high.
got you.
I do my edibles and shit. Okay. I'm gonna need you to lay off of me when it comes to this. Okay, because I know you be coming at me. But it's funny though, Wilson. You know what? I really could meet you. I can't wait to meet Wilson because really, Wilson and I are really we are very closely connected. Nothing that you all need to know about, but Wilson is funny as fuck. I cannot stop watching his ass. But you messy as a fuck.
Well, you
Anyway,
know what though? But I own it.
yeah, you do own it. You your motherfucking ass do own it. You do.
You
But
own
anyway,
it.
Yeah, you own it. But anyway, I ain't that's anyway. I'll meet you one day, Wilson, before I get all casket ready and shit. Hey, Stump Down.
Come
Hey,
on,
Boo.
guys, get ready. But we were just talking about the DC gate, and it was
Yeah.
and the people tried to act like I was the I was gonna be ashamed because Chocolate Bay went to DC, and I'm like, no, I was more concerned about his reputation. I'm not in DC, and then all of that stuff. I mean, when I tell you they lined him up. When Rico showed them receipts of that man meeting him at his house at Chocolate
I
Bay
didn't
House, the
like
Hunch,
that. Yeah, I didn't
it was
like
it was
that.
a mess, and I didn't like it either. But the bottom line, Pam, is we gonna show you something because you think you better than us, and we gonna show you. And again, I told him, Pam, I said, look, I said I wouldn't recommend that you hang with these people. I said, now I can't stop you,
You
but I
mean you said
said
you told Chocolate Babe?
yes. I said ain't nothing
Okay,
good
good. I'm
coming
gonna
out of
make
this.
sure because I know you want to say you tell Rico. Now,
No,
yeah,
no, no, no. It was. I'm like, it's
right.
nothing good
Thank you,
coming out of
because
this.
I love some Chocolate Babe, and
And
I
he
didn't
didn't
like
listen. And
that.
and I think he's upset with me. And like as you can be, but I'm gonna
Hmm.
tell you, I never told you anything wrong. And let me say this: when somebody tried to say that he was hunching in San Antonio, I had to say absolutely not. I
I
said he
don't
was with
believe
Vivian
it.
the whole time. I said he was
Yeah,
with
I
Vivian
don't
the whole
believe
time.
it.
That's
No,
not
I
true.
don't believe
Now,
that.
what he did in D.C., baby, I don't have nothing to do with.
Well,
What is he
he was living
alleged to
there,
do?
so he was living there, so I don't even know anything about that. But I'm gonna tell you, I adore Chocolate Babe. I wish he had not got himself into those other folks. I don't like that at all. But it happened, and it is what it is. But I think he did exit as best as he could. But I don't like the other people that
Let me say
tried
this.
to.
I like Chocolate Babe. Chocolate
I
Babe
love
came.
him.
He
Hmm.
came to San Antonio. He helped out and everything. This was after the fact. This was after that situation. But you know, and then they tried to turn it around like, oh, this is Jay Wilson's usher, and this is why he don't want him seen. And no, no, because I didn't want him seen because I know what y'all were gonna do. As soon as they got back, when I tell you Wiley and Rico was fighting like cats and dogs in DC. But as soon as that DC gate was over, and because they could do something with Deshaun, they did it. Wiley lied. Oh my God, it was terrible. And
Well,
again,
did you see the bag of the food and the trash bag with the sauces
chicken
and
in a
the
bag, honey. It was
I
chicken in a
just
bag,
oh my
chicken and rice
god.
in a bag.
You know what, Wilson? I never really spoke on it because there's just certain things that I just think that's not acceptable and you should not preach on. And I'm gonna tell you right here, Wilson, Beth, fuck you. Okay, drunk and homeless. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so there were certain things that you shouldn't even just share. And I when I saw that I was like, Rico, please calm down. I wanted to help Rico, but Rico bit me. I don't know why. I just
He
really
did
wanted
it to
better for him.
everybody, Pam. I mean,
Yeah,
we had a serious conversation. And I'm like, Rico, don't let that man back in that Airbnb. He's using you. And as
right.
soon as that man came back, and but
It
you
was a
couldn't
hot
tell him.
mess.
You couldn't tell him anything. He would do that to people, and again, with me, I'm like, people like, well, why don't you mentor? You can't mentor somebody who always got. I ain't never had an issue with Rico, but if you come for me, I'm gonna come for you at some point in time. I try not to, but at some point in time, I'm gonna say enough is enough.
Wilson, didn't he take a shower? Didn't during the DC Doodle Gate, didn't he take a shower and then talk about Wiley coming into the shower? It was so inappropriate. I thought I remember seeing a goddamn video with somebody Rico in the shower talking half crazy, bending down and stuff like that. I'm sorry if I sound uh, I got a
Oh
thick
no no
tongue.
no 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 no! That was a picture. So that picture during
I
DC
saw there
game
was a
had got
video.
baby that picture got leaked, and Rico swear that
Right.
Wiley went in his phone and did it. Honey,
I saw it.
it was doolala in somebody's mouth. Honey, it was
Right.
bujana all out. It looked like a whole baboon's booty up there. And honey, I was outdone,
Why
Pam.
did they
I was
send that to
outdone.
me? Wilson, why did they send that to me? I don't even do that. I don't mess with stuff like that.
Hold
I
on for a
don't
minute. You're not gonna sit. I'm gonna put you in timeout because Beth, you don't have to like Pam. You done said what you said, but I see you acting ugly. So Beth, I'm gonna put you in timeout. The next time I'm gonna ban. I don't want to ban you,
thank
but you
you.
can't do this. If you don't like Pam, then don't like her. Okay, but don't do this over here. We ain't trying to do this.
Thank you,
Go ahead,
Wilson.
Pam. Go ahead,
Thank
View.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember that whole thing, but a lot of people that are new here don't remember it. Don't they were always live, but they never saw it. But I did see it because it was in my goddamn hometown, so I was watching. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know what to do. I just like went into hiding because I was like, I don't want nobody to see me going over to the goddamn Whole Foods and stuff and be like, oh, doo-doo gate riding by the door. No, they was in the damn metro. They was taking buses. They was getting baptized in the water, Lake Minnetonka, which is in Minnesota, but they was in DC, in the National Harbor. It was a hot mess. That whole thing with them, with Wiley and Rico up in here in the goddamn nation's capital. Oh my god! People that I know that y'all don't even know that I know. We were like, girl, we're not going to Starbucks today. Okay, no, no, ma'am. We were not.
It was deep, and let me say, VS was there, and we come to find out that VS was not even gonna let Wiley stay with her because she was acting like she was all pro Wiley, which VS had things of her own going on. So QI wasn't trying to hear that. And so, that wasn't gonna happen. And Wiley was really homeless if he did if
Yeah.
Rico wouldn't let him stay with him in that Airbnb. And I'm like, man, don't let that man stay with you. He just embarrassed you. He just left and went with another man. And I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you, it had a lot to do. I think it was terrible. And again, it's not because a lot of these content creators, at least the OGs, are trying to control people. It's like we know these people, we know they works, we know that these people will turn on you at a drop of a dime. Um, People talking about something. Maybe you need to mentor and help Rico. You can't. Um,
No, you cannot.
you
I
can't.
tried
And I
to
think,
help
I
him.
think
He
is this.
attacked me and threatened. He threatened to fucking fuck me up. And I was like, and I gave him cash. I was going to take him out to lunch, but I realized that it probably wouldn't be a good thing. And he threatened me. I felt unsafe, and I was like, mm. So I just cash apped him and said,
Well, this
"Thank
is the
you."
thing, Pam. If you would have done something for him as a male, I was very leery because I'm like, I don't want this to say, well, he did this for me. And because after that situation with ODS, after that situation with Mr.
Yeah,
Raymond, I could just go on my hands with all the men who, and like I said, I don't know who's guilty or innocent. I'm not saying that Rico was lying or not, but that's just a good red flag to say, no, you can't do this because you don't want your good to be miscrewed as something else, or that you was trying to holler at him. But that DC gate was no joke. I mean, they was in that water. They was in that dirty water, and that's when they said that lady, what's her name, Bailey's or whatever. And they had ran off with the money. Ooh, it was crazy. It was
yeah.
crazy.
I never got into any of that, and I don't
Oh, it
even
was
want to get
crazy.
into it now. It was very explosive. It was a lot. Um, and I didn't like the fact that it was occurring over here in the area that I'm in, the DMV area, and but we got a little fool la la and stuff like that with a couple of content creators and stuff, but it was nothing as deep as it was where these people are coming in and then causing all this drama and stress. So I'm very skeptical about meeting anybody now because of that fuck shit. But
Well, this is why I didn't meet that content creator in Las Vegas. I'm like, no, hell no.
right.
I'm like, you might say something and you might get hauled off and popped in the jaw. I'm like,
Mm.
no, I'm not gonna meet you. Why you want to meet me? We good. And got pissed off when I went the other way. I didn't want to meet him, and I'm to the point where view. There's a lot of people I don't want to meet, and some of the people you met, I don't want to see again.
I
I'm
wish I
good.
had met most of the people that I met. When I tell you that, I swear. That is how I feel. I wish I had met some of the people that I met. I wish I could take it back. I
Yeah,
swear.
Heidi Fly, I'm glad I met her. Even though we had a difficult time after our first meeting, but I'm still glad I met her.
I like Heidi
Wolverine,
Fly though.
yeah, Wolverine had a great time. On site April had a great time with on site April. She's a sweetheart. Like I said, I can't speak for anybody else, but I had a great time meeting her.
I'm glad this is your
Um,
channel because I wanted to ask some questions, but we're not gonna go there. Go ahead.
well, go ask some questions, baby.
Yeah,
Ask
did
them.
she walk? Did she really walk around like a regular person with sandals and shit? Like she can just like pop it and drop it like a hot. She
She
act like she was
walked, she
a stripper.
danced, she did everything that
She
she
dropped it
did.
like it's hot and spinned it and shit on her leg because they can say she got a peg leg.
Mm-mm. She works both of her legs, baby.
Really
You
good for
gotta
her
be there.
then. I
Hmm.
ain't mad at her.
Hmm.
Girl, okay. What's her name? On site April. I'm gonna need you to just go ahead and drop a goddamn video with you spinning on your goddamn two legs and shit to shut this shit down. Shut this shit down because people talking about how you can't walk and you hobbling and shit. And I probably was part of the goddamn commentary, but I'm gonna let you know if you doing all
Well, I'm
this
gonna
shit,
say this,
you
Pam. I'm
can
gonna say this.
co-sign it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Let me say
Go
this.
ahead.
You don't know what people have gone through in their life. And sometimes we don't know stories and backstories. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But
Okay, that's
you
fine.
just
We're gonna
you
leave it at
never know.
okay, we're
And
gonna leave it like that.
again, some people are survivors.
And
Some
that's
people
fine.
are survivors. They are very
But
much survivors.
Wilson, but Wilson, if you're a survivor of something that's so horrific, why are you hiding it and acting like that you are opposite? Not
But
saying
this is the
anything
thing,
about
though. But this is
on-site
the thing,
April.
view. This is the
Okay.
thing, though. Are we really obligated to tell people if we want to or not, regardless of how they feel?
Well, I think you are if you're coming on here acting like you're a big Billy badass. I think you
Mhm.
are. How you gonna be on here? Rah, 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 I'm a rah, 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 you and like, bitch, you can't even get to me, bitch. I can sit across the room and your motherfucking ass can't hobble over to me, fuck me up, bitch. No,
You don't
ma'am.
know if they can. You don't know if they can or
But I'm
not.
just saying. Okay, Wilson. Okay, let's agree to disagree. Don't be hoo-hooing me. What the fuck was that goddamn noise? Is this Wilson? Is that
This means
is that
I'm
lyric?
just listening. I'm just listening because Steve
That was
Pam again.
lyric. That
No,
was
that's
lyric.
me. Let me say that this is me, baby. Because
Okay.
first of all, right now I'm working at the Quick Trip gas station. I'm ringing
And
people
you know
up.
what? Quick Quick Trip is the cleanest motherfucking gas stations beside goddamn Wawa. I love some
Bucky's.
Quick
Bucky's is
Trips.
the cleanest. Bucky's is the
Well, you know
cleanest.
what? I haven't been to the Buckets in a minute because Buckets got a whole. Don't they, isn't that the biggest gas station with the food?
But their bathrooms are
Yeah,
known to be clean. Yes.
I know. I haven't been to that, so
But
I'm
now
gonna just
Wawa, QT, and Cumberland Farms.
be. Oh, Cumberland Farms, and so you're not gonna say Royal? We got
Depending on.
Royal on the East Coast.
Well, I've been to a Cumberland Farm
Royal
in Florida.
Farms. We got Royal Farms on the East Coast. You
Yeah,
see Rita and goddamn Sean Bradley, they be at the goddamn Royal, which I would never go to the one up there in Baltimore, but I'm just saying.
don't be messing with Baltimore because you know that's Rita,
Well,
Sean,
I'm that's
daughter
where my
here,
doctors
and
are.
King Roman, and King Roman.
Well, I'm up in there. My doctors that I go to, which I was there yesterday, John Hopkins, bitch. That's the goddamn best. That's a presidential hospital, Wilson. You know, I'm not going to disrespect Baltimore.
Yep.
Fuck.
Somebody said, when did April and View start beefing? I don't know, baby. I don't know. Somebody asked when y'all start beefing.
Wilson.
I'm being messy.
Wilson, what the fuck kind of god? Are you chewing that goddamn extra gum? Okay. The hop along lady, girl, please. We started beefing the moment she started saying that we are twin. Now I don't even know if y'all remember when goddamn Teresa used to always call Deanna Earn her twin and shit. For some reason, goddamn hop along April would call me the twin. I'm like, bitch, ain't nothing twin about me and my body and my goddamn commentary is twin to you. No, ma'am, I don't care for that shit. And I thought it was
April, let me
goddamn
say this though.
disrespect.
April has a nice body. She
April got
smells
whatever she got.
good. She smells.
Whatever.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I met her and she was very nice, very, very,
Yeah,
very, very nice.
whatever. But why the
I
fuck
mean,
now, Wilson? You cannot say that you like her goddamn fashions. If you say you do, you tell me a motherfucking lie. How the fuck you gonna be goddamn 40, 50 years old with goddamn Skittles goddamn outfits and shit, looking like a goddamn 2-year-old and shit.
let
Her
me say this:
motherfucking clothes look fucked
when I
up.
came from the
Man.
cruise ship, April didn't have. I didn't even have to ask her a question. She was right there,
Oh,
and
well, yeah, well, it's not about her clothes. Okay, I
she
got you,
showed
Will.
me more hospitality than
And I
some
ain't
people
mad
have
at you.
showed me. And again, view
That's because you
honey
probably
people,
paid for it.
honey people picked you up from the airport trying to low T shade you.
Well,
Child, I
I
couldn't deal
saw
with
that,
that.
but you know what? That was so messy. But you know what? That person is getting back what they gave. They are. But it wasn't because of my outfits and fashions, okay? So it's separate, Wilson. Don't you know what? I know you shade goddamn Sean Brady, and I fucking hate that motherfucker now how he did me. But I'm talking about April. So don't keep throwing back. See, you do that shit. You do deflection, Wilson, and you
I
do that
don't
shit.
deflect. I don't.
Yes,
I'm just
you
telling
do,
you.
bitch. You do.
I
Okay,
don't
but it's
deflect.
okay because it's goddamn YouTube and we gotta make our coins. But
Look,
the
I know
fact
you
that
don't like that
goddamn,
lady.
but first of all, that bitch wear goddamn toddler's clothes. That bitch wear clothes that you give a goddamn infant. The fuck the bitches? She done birth like 95 kids and shit and goddamn 12 dogs and shit. Why the fuck is she wearing goddamn onesies and shit? No, ma'am. That bitch, and then the hair color and shit, Wilson, you cannot even try to clean that shit up.
Ham,
Just let it
Ham,
roll, Wilson. Just let it roll. I'm gonna
Ham.
stop talking about her. I'm gonna
She
stop
from
talking about
Florida,
her.
Pam. She from
But
Florida.
I'm
That's all I'm gonna
gonna.
say.
What? She ain't giving you no money. You give her money, bitch. Fine. Let
Mm-mm,
me see her
mm-mm.
cash app that she sent you something.
Look. She didn't have to cash out me. I
Because
got from the
everybody else
cruise.
sent it to
I
you. Because
got
you
from the
making
cruise
coins
ship.
off.
I got from the cruise ship,
Yeah.
and she was there to pick me up, and Vivian, and made
And,
sure that we were okay.
well, cause she need content. It's okay. It's all right. It's all good. I
Okay,
ain't
I'm just
really mad
saying.
at her. You know what? You know what, Wilson? Why I'm mad at her? Because she called me twin, and I'm like, there is nothing about me, my life, my body shape, my
But
age,
view though,
anything,
but
my
have you
style.
met? But
There's
view, have
nothing
you?
about me for that
But
bitch to call
view,
me a goddamn twin. She
but
is so
view,
fucking raggedy.
but view.
Huh?
Have you met her in person though?
I would never meet her in person.
Well,
No, ma'am.
see,
That's nobody that I
I
would
met her in
want
person,
to.
and she was
The fuck I
pleasant.
want to meet some goddamn trailer park trash with
But the
goddamn
thing
ragged ass dog.
is, but
You
thing is,
lie too
view,
much, Wilson.
but you
I
are you
know.
just sure that
Wilson,
it's
you gonna
because she
cut me
called you a
off.
twin? Are you just sure because
And
she called
that
you a
because
twin?
Wilson. Okay, so this bitch looked like dressed like a goddamn toddler, wearing goddamn Skittles and goddamn yellow, red, and green goddamn twosies and shit like that. Bitch, I'm a grown motherfucker woman. I've been working since I was goddamn 16. I got a goddamn job. I don't get on here and scheme and lie about some goddamn dogs that drowned and shit.
So
This
April,
bitch,
so that's what
this
it's
bitch,
about.
and,
I
and
mean,
then what
view.
the fuck? This bitch got way more shit going on with her, and the fact that she considered me a twin, I probably consider that. I should probably think about that as a compliment, but I don't because she's a messy bitch. No,
But view,
ma'am, no
is
sir.
that so? That's what it is, though. View. So it's
I
not the
can
twin
walk,
thing.
I can get
It's
up, I
it,
can stand up, I can walk around, I can run. So don't call me no goddamn twin if you can't move around. How the fuck are you gonna call me a goddamn twin of yours when you can't move? Bitch, I get up and do
but
way more.
is it just a twin? Because I ain't never seen nobody get upset because somebody say they a twin or look like somebody. Hell,
She's ugly. I'm not
somebody
ugly, she's
said that
ugly.
that me and Beef and 313 favor, but I ain't mad. Now there's some things
Well,
that
y'all
I
got the
don't
same
like about him.
complexion. No, y'all ain't twin, but y'all both of y'all messy as fuck. But I will consider y'all twins. Mm-mm.
Okay, but I'm not mad at it. It's
Well,
something
I
deeper
ain't
here.
mad at the goddamn. I need
Baby,
I
it's
need
something
her to
deeper here,
start
view.
well,
It's
I
something
need her
deeper
to
here.
start saying that we twins because nobody else considers me and April twins. She the bitch was calling me twins because you know why I'm mad? Because Tracy called goddamn Deanna Earn twin, and I was like, how the fuck do y'all see the goddamn twinship in that shit? So I didn't want goddamn April to cling on to me like Tracy was clinging on the goddamn Deanna Earn. So fuck, cut that shit. I ain't
So do
nobody
you think that? So do you think that Tracy didn't look like Deanna or Deanna didn't look like Tracy, do you think
Oh,
that
you
it was
got
an
me
insult
goddamn
for
here,
Tracy to
Wilson.
call
I swear
Deanna
to God.
twin?
Well, you're so fucking messy.
I'm just
No.
asking
I
because you
okay,
said,
you know what
no,
I'm
no,
gonna do?
no, no, no,
Okay,
no, no.
let me
Listen
tell
what
you
you
why
said,
I
View.
think let me
View, this is
tell
what
you
you
why.
said. Hold on, before you go there though, you just said, View, that
Yes, I did.
it was
I
because
want you to
Tracy was calling Deanna twin, and then she was so. It's like, okay, so what you
but
thinking
let
about
me
that?
tell you why. Let me tell you why I think Tracy was calling Deanna Irvin twin because Tracy thinks in her mind that she's dragging like goddamn Deanna Irvin, which could never motherfucking happen. So, in my mind, if we're gonna go with that logic, goddamn fucking what's her name? Ass on site, bitch on site for what? That bitch can't drag like I can. She can't dress like I can. She can't work like I can. She can't do anything. She up in here dragging and begging and shit. That
So,
goddamn
so you think it's an insult that Tracy was even saying she's a twin to Deanna Irvin, and Deanna Irvin should be insulted because Tracy said that they were twins.
exactly. And I
My God,
told
today.
Deanna that. Deanna already know. I tell everybody that I'm mad. Everybody knows that I'm mad because if goddamn Tracy was even trying to compare herself, Wilson, you're a messy bitch, to kind of compare herself to being a goddamn twin to the goddamn Deanna Earn. But I know Tracy did that because Tracy thinks she can drag. Tracy can't drag shit. She can't even drag her goddamn head to a goddamn bowl to wash her motherfucking hair. She can't even drag herself to a goddamn toilet bowl to wash and flush and do all that shit. Tracy can't do shit. And
Mm.
goddamn Deanna Earn would run goddamn miles over this goddamn Tracy. So that's why I fucking got mad. So I was like, okay, so I see how Tracy lined herself over goddamn Deanna Earn. I was like, oh hell no, you're not gonna line me up with no goddamn motherfucker on site April with her motherfucking stupid ass. Oh hell the fucking no. We are
Yeah.
different.
So
Period.
you're okay. So I get it. So it's I see what its root is. It's not so much. I get the twin thing. Don't call people twin, and you
Right.
ain't that twin, and you trying
We
to
ain't
strive to be
equal.
that way. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
Wilson, there
Well,
we
tell
go.
them how you feel. I ain't being messy. I'm just trying to get to
You
understand.
didn't do. You had to break it down with your
I had to get
messy.
an understanding because I'm like, no, this got to be deeper than a twin because I can't understand nobody getting really pissed off because
Well,
somebody
that's
gonna call them a twin, but it got the that's why.
yeah, because I was insulted with
Well,
that.
I didn't
I
know
was
you had a problem with Tracy either.
Wilson, stop it. Wilson, you
Well,
had to
you
cash
do.
to even
Uh,
continue this goddamn
well, I
conversation.
didn't know
You
you.
had
I
to
mean, 'cause-
cash at me before I even finished with this motherfucking fuck shit. This fool out loud that you try to entertain on your goddamn life. I ain't hear my goddamn cash app go off, bitch. I don't
this
answer
is
no
the thing, though.
goddamn question. The fuck?
It ain't that view. But I just didn't know you felt this way about these people. That's all. I thought
Wilson,
you
I
was
don't really
okay.
deal with you like that, bitch. I see you from afar. So you didn't have to know. The fuck?
Okay, well, I know that you didn't get along with some folk, but I just didn't know with
Yeah,
other folk. I just
you know
didn't.
that part. Yeah, you know that part. And
I
Wilson,
didn't
I can't
know.
wait to meet you at. I'm totally different from what I'm presenting right here. It's all wholesome.
Honey, 'cause I watch you when you color, you all calm and you
Mhm.
putting the colors in the line and you doing your thing and you like Bob Ross when you coloring.
I'm gonna hit you in the head. I
You
swear.
all calm and stuff. So I don't know,
Exactly.
but some really got into you today. I don't know. I don't know.
Yes.
Did you take some Benadryl? I'm just asking. Did you take
No,
some Benadryl?
wait, Wilson. No, I didn't have no Benadryl. But
Honey, because when I take Benadryl, I start
formulation.
cussing a lot. When I take
Okay.
Benadryl, or if I
Okay.
get a really dark roast coffee, I cuss a lot. And so
I
I
do
just
the
thought you
dark
might take
roast
a
coffee.
Benadryl.
Okay, now I do the dark roast coffee. I love a goddamn good hot. Actually, I just rather just take a good old goddamn shot of coffee. I don't even want to take any of the creamer and none of that fool la la and shit. But no, Wilson. I'm gonna hit you in the head as soon as I see you. I'm not a violent person, but I just want to go like this on your forehead. I do. I
Miss Pam, Miss Pam, you know what you gotta do.
you messy.
Pam, I mean, we done had some little drag outs, I
Oh yeah,
mean,
we have. And our
we have.
drag outs, I don't even know. I'm talking to the people in y'all crowd. When Wilson and I do drag each other, which is not that often, it's nothing big. Cause I really I'm a fan of his motherfucking ass. I am. And but he say he don't look at nobody. Every time you talk about you don't look at nobody, you know everything. Wilson, I
No,
need
no,
you
no,
to
no, no.
stop
Let me say
lying.
this. When I say
Damn it,
that, though,
you
no, I don't.
lying.
I don't. I don't. Unless somebody says, "Oh, you need to see this," like Brianna.
Oh
I went
Lord.
to go see Brianna today because somebody said your name was mentioned and Wolverine. I'm like, okay, let me
My
check it
name was
out.
mentioned in Brianna's today. Why?
It was. It was
I'm
nothing
just taking
major.
Ozalipic. What the fuck? Why is my name?
You know how it is. So I went on over there to check it out,
What they
right?
say? What did they
And
say?
it wasn't nothing. She do a little shady question, but it was nothing major. So, but look, I do watch people when it's worth watching. I just don't watch people consistently. It's not the same in the beef sector anymore.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
I'll watch Treasure Lane and the cleanups
Yeah.
consistently. There's a
I
few people who I'm
understand.
gonna watch consistently. But I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I mean, I do try to watch some people if I can, but it's but not consistently. I
Yeah, I
went to
understand that.
yeah,
Okay.
I went to Head Room Shaker and they were surprised that I came over there. But I'm like, I need some new stuff because this stuff ain't good. I went to
Oh,
go
be
see.
careful.
So I went to go see Dovey, honey, and Dovey started moaning and screaming. I said, "Oh,
I
let
was
me come
over
back another
there.
time."
I was over there and I was like, oh my God, Dovey came in with a whole bunch of people and stuff like that. Then I was over at Dovey. She had two people. I was like, oh my God. I was like, and I wanted to leave, but I was like, damn, I can't leave Dovey with one person. You know how you feel like you just want to be nice? Okay, whatever.
I was
And
nice. I told Dovey I wanted her to come on the Christmas tree and the home decor challenge, honey, because she is trending with this kitchen Christmas decor. And
well, you know what, Wilson, you should always support Dovey because you do the things that Dovey did suggest. You know that,
mm-mm,
right?
nope, that's wrong.
Okay, well, we're going to disagree.
Let me say
That's
this.
fine.
Everybody says
Go
that,
ahead.
but when Dovey was getting ready to have Dovication, which did not happen because she was having an eviction at the time, I
Yes,
said,
you
"Well,
do.
Dovey, why don't you take them people on the ship, you know, and do X, Y, Z?" I made that suggestion to Dovey. I
Yeah,
made that
you did.
suggestion to Dovey, and then all of a sudden, I'm taking Dovey's idea. No, no, I didn't. And then when she started pushing the dates back up, and I'm like, "Well, let me give people some stuff stable, so they know
Yeah,
if we're gonna leave
and I
on this
know how
time."
that happened, just like that. Just what you
Yeah,
said. That's just how that happened.
that's
I
how
do
it
know.
happened. So I don't know why these people talking about something. I'm taking something from Dovey. No, I ain't
But
taking nothing from
okay,
Dovey.
now it's just not. That's not the first thing though. What
What
did
else did I
anybody
take
else
from
say
Dovey?
something? No, you tell me because ain't they telling you that you do? I look at all the vlogs and stuff. They
I
telling
don't
you.
know.
Okay, well,
I don't know how I'm taking from Dovey. I'm taking from the churches because I'm still in chicken, and I'm in the
you're
jail
still in
cell with Big
chicken.
Mike.
You're still in chicken.
Child, that's what Dovey said. She said I was stealing chicken from the church.
Oh Lord
And
Jesus!
then
No,
she said
you
I
know
was in
what?
jail. Then she said I was in jail for 3 years with this guy named Big Mike.
Oh, but that was older. Yeah, I remember all that. Yeah, I
Oh
was like,
yes,
"Ooh,
honey.
big Mike."
I'm
Yeah, I
like, okay,
remember
you
that.
can't be in jail in Florida, and they, baby, you can't get no job after you get in jail from Florida.
No,
You
right.
kind of
Once you
screwed.
get the paperwork, yeah, I remember
Mhm.
that. But so now, so Dovey is your who coming after me all the time. Dovey is your whoever that's coming after me. I'm just saying, everybody got.
No, I mean, I take it all lightly and everything. I really felt bad for her when she was getting evicted in Florida, though, because I understood now why um, things weren't going to happen as far as the vacation because
Mm.
that's it. And I didn't put it out. I knew, and I just
But
didn't
she
say
went
anything.
on one. But she went on one. Now I didn't see it. It was something dealing with Facebook and stuff. I don't do Facebook, but she did a go on a Facebook cruise. Oh, the cruise thing. Hey, she did the cruise, and then you did one, and then Sean Bradley came on to yours. What do you think about all
Mhm.
that? I never heard your opinion.
I didn't have a problem with him coming. I spoke.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, it didn't stop the cruise. We still had it. It was
yeah.
still
It
successful.
was the boat launched.
And
Pretty
the
much.
thing is, everybody showed. We had 40 people to show up. I think it was phenomenal. It was great. And notice, Pam, you don't have people talking about how bad it was, or you don't have no
No, I
gates or
never heard
nothing.
anything. Yeah,
No, because it was good, and everybody had a really great time. and people won prizes, and they had. I mean, it was good. It was really good.
We were
Um,
looking for
but
something to really speak about negative,
well,
like,
but
I was
but the thing is, it was, and then they said I was hiding in the library. I think that's the funniest thing
well
I heard. But it is what it
well,
is.
you know what? Because I know the Dewey Decimal System, I know how to research to find a book, I know all that kinda stuff, so the library was I might have little joked a little bit, but some of y'all bitches need to get in touch with the goddamn library. Now, I do speak about the library and the books in my coloring, that I spoke about it today, but, some people don't know about library and books and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but
but it was a quiet place, and it's where I could really,
yeah,
and
but
you
Wilson,
could look in the lobby and everything. It was really nice. It was really nice
yeah,
space.
but Wilson, the library is for the whole boat. I don't think you should have, hemmed yourself up in there. You should have
Well,
gotten
no,
a
no, no. I didn't hear
special
myself
room.
up there because the thing is, first of all, I gave people what I was going to give people,
Okay,
and I did the reporting from the library because again, my whole situation was to be with the people who actually showed up, and the people could come to the library and sit and be on camera or not,
okay,
and we can have a conversation. So a lot of people were coming to the library just to say, "Oh, I saw you, Jay
okay,
Wilson. Let me come on in." But
okay,
a lot of people
Wilson,
didn't know that. If you weren't there, you wouldn't know that. But it's all
Wilson,
good. Hmm.
Wilson. I'm saying that besides the fact that you were up in there for doing your goddamn YouTube videos and stuff,
Hmm.
if I was just a regular tourist on that ship, I would not want to go into the library and see somebody doing a whole vlog session in the goddamn library. I
Well,
wanna go to
Pam, it's
the
a
library
damn
to
carnival
research.
cruise, girl, and nobody went trying to read on that carnival
But I'm
cruise,
just
honey.
telling you,
They had been,
and
but
then you
look,
know
I'm
what?
telling
What's
you,
gonna
baby,
happen
but
is
but
the
but
the
Pam,
Carnival Cruise is gonna make it so that people can't hem up in the damn library.
no,
I don't
Pam,
think
child,
that you
nobody,
should want
Pam,
that.
Pam.
We
Look,
can agree to
view,
disagree. It's fine.
view, child.
Yes,
Maybe if we
sir.
were on a celebrity cruise or Royal Caribbean, but honey,
Girl,
nobody
that's
was
a
trying to go.
ragged ass boat. It's
Nobody went
okay.
trying to come to the library on the
No,
carnival
you know
cruise.
it, not ragged ass boat. Won't nobody try to come to goddamn why the
Honey,
fuck?
it was a raggedy ass boat, but honey, it was plenty black people there. And honey, when I tell you, MU had her whole life with the brotherhood and all that, honey,
I
that
heard
ship
about
was,
that.
honey, that
Heard
ship was lit. You hear
4
me? It
hours
was lit.
missing on a boat full of 80 men for the Brotherhood. Anyway,
That
the
boat, that
thing
let me tell you something. The ship was lit. Now people
that
can talk.
was not
Let
a
me say
boat
this,
to go
Pam.
on if you're
People
trying to
made the
figure out how
cruise
to
what.
finish your college resume. Don't go
But
on
this
the
is the thing.
Carnival
But this
cruise.
is the thing, though.
Yes,
People
sir.
made it what they wanted to. If
Yes,
you
they did.
wanted to be ratchet, then that's what it was for you.
I
We had
love
a
it.
great time. We had
I
a
think y'all
great
did.
time.
I really do think y'all did had a good time.
Tracy
I
had
think
a
you made
damn
the
great
best.
time. It was a lot of
Yeah.
people who had a great time.
I think you made the best of it, Wilson. I think that was it was very entertaining. It definitely fed the streets. It was entertaining, and it might sound like I'm down in it and everything, but I'm just giving my opinion of it. But I
Well,
think it was
Pam,
great.
I mean, but view, this was a lot of people's first time going on a cruise, and I'm
Exactly,
like,
and that's the part.
I think that Carnival is a fun ship. I didn't want to be on a ship where it was too stodgy and stale. I wanted to be on a
We
ship where
didn't
it
go
was going
on
to be
one
some
like that.
people. And
That
let me
was a
tell you something. It was plenty black folk there, honey. It was plenty drunk grandmamas and aunties.
oh
And when I
Lord.
tell you we had a good time, we had a good time. I had a good time. And whether I'll go on a voyage by Virgin next time, I'm still going to have a good
Mhm.
time because the people had a good time. And that's what it was. And I'm going to tell you, the ratchet was funny. I'm telling you, we had a good time. So,
I It
yeah,
fed the streets, it fed
it
the
did.
streets, and actually, I booked a cruise. I'm not talking about the cruise. I booked a cruise that you all won't know till I come back from, just because I saw the activity, the food, the just everything, the ambiance, and I love
Mhm.
water. So I did book a cruise, and it's coming up soon, so yeah.
Well, I know it's going to be good. I know you're going to enjoy it. We enjoyed it. And my thing is, it was an introductory cruise. There were people who had never been on a ship before. So we wanted to
Uh-huh.
do something that was 3 days, something that would be fun and quick and come back. We didn't want to do a 5 day and stuff. We wanted to do something so people could really kind of get their feet. Well, and you know what? We have three people who never been on a cruise ship,
Hmm.
and now they are booked to go on another one. And I think
Right.
that's great.
Are you gonna do another one? And maybe
Well,
a
we're
little bit
not going to do
longer?
another cruise. We're doing a destination, and it's going to
Okay,
be the
great.
ushers, and it's going to be the Ride or Live membership, and we're going to actually do a destination, and we might be looking out in the area of California. So
Ooh, is this an exclusive?
it might be in California. I can't
Is
tell
this
you
an
what part of
exclusive drop
California.
of the tea? Is this an exclusive drop of the tea? I'm just asking.
I'm just saying it may be in California, and there's
Okay.
some beautiful places in Northern California and in Southern California in the San
Okay.
Diego area. And so you never know. We may be in Napa. We may be in Marin County. We just don't know.
All right, Wilson. Well,
I'm just
Wilson,
saying.
you are you I've always loved your channel, even when we were beefing. When we ain't never really beef. You just have an opinion, I have an opinion. That's all. I ain't never beef with your ass. But I'm gonna get
Ooh,
off of here because every time the longer I speak, the more motherfuckers be talking shit after my goddamn exit and shit like that. But anyway, bye.
I know. I don't know why. Cause you
I
just
don't
you
know
like
why.
okay.
It's okay though. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Fuck all y'all. I like Wilson and fuck y'all. Okay, bye Wilson. Thank you.
All right, View. That was View, y'all. That's View. Honey, she's the coloring queen. She said that the reason why she sounded a little inebriated because she bit her tongue. She bit her tongue, girl, and she said it makes her sound a little drunk tonight, but she ain't drunk. She's just inebriated. That's all. Not drunk and inebriated. She just bit her tongue. That's it. You know, her tongue. He taught her like that because she bit her tongue. Hmm. Okay, but she's not inebriated. She just bit her tongue. Okay, just bit her tongue, baby. That's it. Let me say this. I have no problem with on-site April. On-site April came to hang out with me. On-site April walked to the hotel and walked back from the hotel. She got in her car and drove. And every time I've been with on-site April, she has walked wherever she needed to go. On-site April does not have a peg leg. She does not have a pirate leg, and I ain't never seen her with no eye patch on. Okay, arg. I ain't never seen her as a pirate. Arg. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. If you had a problem with on-site or Tracy. Ooh, I'm like, okay. So the views of the guests are not necessarily those of this platform. And I will say that I don't have a problem with Tracy. We have had some fallouts and stuff, but I don't have no issue. So I'm just putting that on out there, honey, because I think it's gonna be some fallout after this. It's gonna be some fallout after this, and we will see. My God, today it's gonna be some fallout. But she came up and spoke her little mind, and I ain't mad. Now, y'all, again, I'm not upset at anyone. I'm not upset with any of the former gentleman panel uh, co-hosts. I think they were good. Everybody brought something to the table. I'm not, and again, you all, I just tell you all, and I want y'all to hear this. I want these new content creators to hear this. I really don't think, well, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I'm going to speak for me. As a beef sector OG, how we define beef sector, I'm not trying to control anybody's platform. Everybody has to do what's right for him, her, them, or they. Sometimes we have forged or we have walked that lonesome valley. We have walked them roads, and we don't want you to. We want to give you the detour, or we see these people because we had to deal with these people, and we know what these people are capable of, and we don't want you to go through that. It hurts us and pains us when you go through it, and we knew it was going to happen all along because everybody ain't your friend, and people. I think people get a sense of being comfortable, and people lull people in a sense of security, and then you know they collect all of this data, and then when mad they come, bam, you caught holding the bag. And I think this is what happened. I think this is what happened to William Carruthers. Honey Natasha seemed all sweet, and William is my man, and child, she was not concerned about Miguel, Jovi, or just read my book. She was concerned about securing that bag. And as soon as William stopped providing that money, honey, it was a whole different Tasha. Took the boy by surprise. And all I'm saying is on the YouTube sector, the people do the same thing. So it doesn't come as a surprise to me that people can attack and do it. It doesn't come as a surprise to me. It doesn't. And I really don't care, to be honest, because it comes with the territory. So that's all I gotta say. It comes with the territory. I done told many people, not because I know everything. And let me say this again, y'all. I'm being quite honest. I don't know everything. I don't. But I can see things that's getting ready to happen, and they happen. And I know people don't like folk talking about it, but I'm gonna talk about it because I think that it's a cautionary tale for all of us. Child, people tell you who they are, you need to believe them. And I knew this thing was gonna end up right. So this is what I tell people now. When you dealing with hurt people and jealous-hearted people, honey, you better be ready for it because these people gonna come on, honey. Euros, girl, euros. She said, bitch, don't even give me no dollars. Give me euros. Don't be throwing no dollars over here. I need euros. Okay, baby, that didn't tell you nothing. Natasha said, I need euros. She was not trying to even deal with dollar, baby. She was doing that currency conversion. Okay. She said, now this week you can send dollars because the dollar is higher than the euro. But honey, when that euro is higher than the dollar, don't send me no dollars. Baby, anybody who tell you convert them, baby, you didn't see that. The lady is telling you no dollars, euros, and you thought you was special? No ma'am. Mm-mm. Honey, euros keep me here. Okay, not even coins, honey. It's euros. Okay. Well, she said the exchange rate is better with the euros. My God, today. What's up, Castro? So again, y'all, I don't hate nobody, but I think that certain things ain't gonna ever die, and I don't think DC Gate gonna die. Child, it ain't gonna die because that thing was too messy. It was too messy. And the thing is, y'all, I told people. See again, oh Lord, people done gave that person a false sense of security. They thought they was okay. These people are nice, and I'm like, oh, okay, okay. That niceness turned into something else, and that man was pushing Rico to show them receipts. It was a mess, and I felt badly for the individual, and it wasn't about me. You ain't have to worry about what I thought about you. I was more concerned with your well-being. Who gives a damn about them people? But I knew what them people were capable of. No, I ain't being messy. I'm telling the truth. I am telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Like, this is why I didn't listen to Hershey, because I know that nobody was up there reading me. And this is why I looked at the video. Because, honey, Hershey will have you fighting with folk, and people ain't even say nothing because Hershey done said something being messy. That's why I went right on and just left Hershey right alone because Hershey was lying. And then the thing is, y'all, never trust nobody who don't get on no panel and show who they really are. I'm like Mama D, I gotta see your eyeballs. I gotta see you eyeball to eyeball. And child, when I can't see you eyeball to eyeball, I got some problem. Because see, you can say all kind of manner of mess and not have accountability for it. That's why I don't even take certain things seriously from certain people. Oh my God. I know it's tight, but it's right. Hmm. So anyway, y'all, I'm ending this live. I am ending this live, and I hope y'all are doing well. And I think we're going to Six Flags tomorrow because it's Holiday in the Park. So we're gonna go to see Holiday in the Park tomorrow, and then we have friends who are in town. So we're gonna go to the Holiday in the Park. I really don't feel like doing a whole lot. Work has been just woo, honey, that QT. Honey, that QT has been just horrendous. Honey, it's been rigorous. It's been rigorous. It's been a lot of rigorosity at that QT. Yes, Lord. Lyric, we ain't playing, honey. We is not playing. She always want to play. Put that bone down. We ain't playing. Put that little thing down. We is not playing, girl. Not today. Come on, let's take your bone to the room. Take your bone to the room. Good girl. Take that bone to the room. Good girl. Take that bone right on to that room. That's right, ma'am. You doing that, Lyric. Come on. Take the bone to the room. Come on. Take your little bone to the room. Yes, Lord. Come on. Good girl. That's my Lyric, baby. She take her bone. That's her bone. That she eat her bone. Anyway, oh Lord, let me get the little thing here. What's up, Castro? How you doing, Castro? Are you making new songs up, honey? Because that thank you for not being a friend, baby. That's a hit. So who you fighting with now, Castro? Honey, Castro is always reading somebody. Castro, are you a Pisces? Because you really give me Pisces teas. Pisces or Gemini teas. Which one? Because you be giving me Pisces, Gemini. Mm-mm-mm. That's it. Get your bone, girl. Get that bone. Well, I guess um Castro ain't answering. Child, them Pisces, baby. Ooh, they so emotional. They so emotional. Ooh, they emotional. They is emotional. Y'all be too emotional for me. Oh, you a Cancer? Mm, okay. That's the crab. Ain't the Cancer the crab? They got them pinchers. Okay, I ain't mad at that crustacean. I haven't been able to make up a song. Oh, okay, come on, crab. Honey, they'll pinch you to death. Honey, they'll grab you. Come on now. Okay. Well, let me put my team out here. And when I put my team out here, I want everybody a part of my team to put it out here. Yes, Lord, Team Aries. My God, today. Come on, Aries. Y'all can't touch us. Can't touch this. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Can't touch this. Whoa, stop. Every time. Mm-mm. 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 Can't touch this. Child, stop. Okay, so S. Hutchinson, why you put Pisces in lowercase letters? Ah, let me stop messing with you. Why you put it in lowercase letters though? That's what I'm trying to. I wonder why they think you Gemini. Is Tommy Gemini? Is Tommy Gemini? He gives me Gemini too. Oh, look all these damn Leos in here. Okay. Them lions and stuff. Okay. Oh yes, he's a Gemini. Okay. Child. He's a Gemini, Lord Jesus. Well, look, you all, I am getting, hold on for a minute, y'all. Well, I'm getting ready to head on out. I need to check the scores for the games. But I'll talk to y'all in the morning. Y'all have a good one. Peace and love. Y'all take care.